Hey guys, welcome to Mom to Vlog. This is Ashley here with you tonight, and I wanted to go over some tips and tricks and cheap alternatives to things you may need for Disney weather. Now, me and my family do live in Jacksonville, so we are just a few hours away, about 3 or so hours. So we have a pretty good idea of what Florida is like. And I'm very thrifty in the things I buy. And I'd like to share what I know with you guys. So, first off, I've kind of compiled a little list. Most of these I already kind of know and may throw in that aren't on my list. But these are some things I know you can get where for how much. So we're going to start with mini umbrellas. So more of the rainy weather. Mini umbrellas, I know right now in my Dollar Tree, if you have one near you, go check it out. Or any of the more dollar places, but specifically Dollar Tree. They have mini umbrellas. So, you know, when you go on any kind of trip like this, especially to water parks or normal parks or anything like that, and you're already spending a lot of money, you don't necessarily want to bring things to a day trip or a week trip and actually get things lost or broken. And if you're without an umbrella at Disney, and it starts pouring, you have to go upwards to almost $20 in the gift shops or more for an umbrella, just from what I've heard. So look at your Dollar Tree, look at the mini umbrellas. Usually they're more up towards the front of the store. I used to work there, so I kind of know where they place things. Look more to the registers, more to the front of the store, as well as ponchos. They may be cheap, but say you have a family of 4, go ahead and get anywhere from 8 to 10 of them. It's still cheaper than one poncho that is in good shape. Get double amount for each person if necessary. If something rips, you can just toss it and oh, that's $1 out the window instead of $10 out the window. And this is also good for strollers. If it starts pouring and you're kind of in the middle of the park, just yank it out, go ahead and pop it over your stuff, and it won't get drenched. And even though they are cheap as well, it's still a better alternative to spending even $10 for a poncho. So please keep those in mind. Handheld fans, I know right now, are in the electronical aisle with Dollar Tree. They have the little handhelds. They're nothing special, but if they're broken, you have kids, they drop, it's not a big deal. As well as batteries, and those kind of are connected. Batteries are usually in that same aisle or up on an end cap towards the registers. Stock up. They may be cheap, but like I said, if you lose something or it's broken, you don't want to put your really good, you know, or even not really good chargeable batteries in it. You just don't want to do that. Things can be lost, things can be broken, and you're already spending so much on a trip that you don't want to invest so much more in, especially if you have a big family. So keep those things in mind. Okay, so this is another thing, and I just want to show you. Most of this stuff is Dollar Tree stuff or whatnot that I'm mentioning, so keep that in mind. I have a little bit of things here for this video, but I also got this at Dollar Tree. I don't know, yeah, you can see it. This is a Seal Gear dry bag for equipment. It's a 12.625 inch by a 6.87 inch. I guess the volumes it can hold up to is 2.5 liters, camping, canoeing, fishing, whatnot. But for Splash Mountain or water parks or anything, or even rain, I already have one open, so you kind of see everything, and it has these cute little buckles and a little hook. You can roll this, I believe it's this way, roll it down and then connect the two so it's nice and snug. It's not going anywhere. Not sure if that's exactly how you do it. Yep, it is. Shows you right there on the back. And these are not their everyday item. So when you see them or anything else you don't normally see, that's an awesome deal. Go ahead and snag them. This would be great for, you know, also like camping and stuff. And it is, I think, It's not like Velcro or anything, but if you wanted more security, you can also just buy some cheap Velcro, whatever. But the bag itself is pretty deep. You can see, you know, I'm getting my whole arm in there. It's good for anything you don't want to get wet or whatnot. I find this is very handy. I actually got this for camping or whatnot because we do try to go a lot. So this is awesome to have. And I got 2 black ones. This I got a couple months ago. So like I said, you know, like the hand fans right now, I'm like debating because when we go, it's going to be more towards February, which is a little colder. But if you've ever been to Florida or you live here, not to down this on anybody, but it can be bipolar weather. No offense to those who have this disease. I'm not meaning anything bad to you, but you can have rain one minute, sunshine the next, you're freezing the next, whatever the issue is. So you want to be prepared, and some of these are fairly cheap, or $1 a piece, just to have them on hand, but I would also check the weather for the time you are going. Now, I do not have this. It's called Perfect Cooling, so I'm not sure of the price. I'm sure you can get it at Walmart. A friend actually left this over at my house, so I was like, oh, this would be awesome for my video. I don't know the details on this, so please don't quote me on anything. You can go to www.perfectonline.com. This is approximately 29 inches by 11 inches, and this is what it's called. It is the Cooling Towel, Stay Cool for Hours, hyper evaporative, machine washable. You can kind of see the little person. She's wearing it. Kind of looks like a scarf. Like I said, a friend, I guess, had this for her daughter. She left it over at my party. I just had for my son and whatnot. You could even clip this to something on your stroller so it saves up space. Sorry. So yes, this also. Moving on to more of that, water bottles. You can bring your own if you drink water regularly and you don't have one. You can just get a 6-pack at Dollar Tree for $1 and refill them in the park, which is an awesome way to save money. Or you can buy the refillable actual water bottles and have it that way as well. It's all to your discretion. I would also advise, I go to Goodwill a lot, and they always have thermoses and whatnot. They're a good size if you're okay with that sort of thing, and you don't want to spend $20 on like a thermos-style cup to keep your drinks cold or hot, whatever the reason. Check that out. I'm okay with that stuff. Another weather kind of thing would be sun hats. They usually have them for kids, maybe sometimes for adults at Dollar Tree as well. They are cheap, so again, if they're lost, whatever, they break during that trip, you didn't spend upwards of how much ever money in order to have that, but it would come in handy for shade as well as, you know, for the little ones, especially if you've got little babies with hardly any hair or children with blonde hair. You know, sunscreen is also sold there, and it works decent for us. I get it all the time, but that's at your own discretion. Also, sunglasses, especially for the kids. If you're going on rides when they're old enough, you know, they're not going to be crazy dark, but they'll do enough to help protect the eyes. Dollar Tree, again, you lose them or break them, it's not a huge deal. Buy a few pairs for your kids if you know they may break them or whatnot, then you're prepared. Flip-flops, you can get these at Dollar Tree, but they're 2 cents cheaper at Walmart. So when I look at it that way, I would say go to Walmart. But if you're already at Dollar Tree getting most of these items, it's 2 cents. You might spend that more on gas going to Walmart, vice versa. So keep those in mind. Also for the umbrellas, when it's hot or whatnot, you can have it as shade. I don't know if I mentioned that. So just that as well. Now, other things, Ziploc baggies, the wet bags I already talked about, garbage bags, and snacks all can be bought at Dollar Tree. You know, I think our first trip we were planning on it for a day only, but when we moved it to February, we're just going to go ahead and get the annual passes so we could be there a little bit longer. But still, some of these you can also probably find a Dollar Tree down by Disney if you don't want to lug all this stuff or you're coming off a plane. Whichever, you have these in your travel kit or for the day. And Disney cups. Now, we have 4 kids of our own, and I have 2 stepkids coming as well. That's 6 kids and 2 adults, so 8 in total. It's going to be an expensive trip. We have 16, 14, 10, 8, 4, and 1 now. So let's just say it's going to get expensive trying to get them little souvenirs and whatnot. So Dollar Tree also has little Disney figurines, little dollar. They're about this big. Nothing special, but it would be a nice little treat for your little ones if you know you don't have the budget to go spend $5, $10, $15 or more dollars on souvenirs. You can just give it to them throughout their trip or even make them a little goodie bag. So I'll give you some tips on what I was going to do with that. But this is some cups you can get at Walmart. They're sometimes 88 cents, and if not, they're usually $1. So still cheap. But I bought 3 of these for my youngest boys. They are Mickey cups. They've got little writing. It says happy and smile and Mickey Mouse and whatnot. So fun little stuff. You can put candy or snacks in here for your ride if you're driving, which we will be because we're only like 3-4 hours away. So no use of taking a plane. So that's cool. This is for my 16-year-old stepdaughter. Cute little something, has a little bit of glam, not too childish, and still it would, you know, I don't want to leave them out even though they're older. You know, I want to have it fun for them as well. And this is for my daughter, my 10-year-old. So it's a cute little princess cup. And then I have this for my oldest boy, my stepson. Just some Star Wars, still Disney related since they bought it out. So those are a few things. I don't know how far my video is. It looks about 12 minutes. So I think those are the tips for now. You know, if you're ever on the hunt for certain things like that, you know, be thrifty. Go to the thrift store. Go to Dollar Tree. Don't be afraid to buy the cheap stuff, because even if you have to buy multiples of one said item, honestly, it would probably, in most cases, like the umbrellas and batteries and whatnot, would still be cheaper to go to Dollar Tree and get a few than rather going to Walmart and buying a pack. Anything can be lost, so, you know, you want to have that security that if something was broken or lost, you're not going to blow your money for no reasons. So keep those in mind. I really don't know if I have anything else on this list. I have did this video like 3 or 4 times. Not gonna lie, I don't have a good editing system. I just set up so I can record out here, kid free. It's really hot, so my makeup is probably running. My hair is frizzing, it's raining. It's just a hot mess. But it is something a little more quieter, a little bit brighter, and it works for what it's supposed to at the moment. And it's still shorter than the other videos I've made. So also I also know another tip for any medicines you may need. Obviously Dollar Tree, but I also read in one of the Disney groups on Facebook, I think that's where I read it, is you can actually go up to the nurse's station if you need Band-Aids, Tylenol, Pepto-Bismol, you know, those sorts of things. They can provide those Band-Aids. So if you're like a mom with me, like me, with younger kids or whatever, or easily hurt, not having a medicine bag may freak me out just because I don't, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but still, it could take up a lot of space. So, you know, keep those in mind. You can also take and store money and things if you have old bottles or anything like this that is tiny, where you can go ahead and put money in it, or anything like that that you can hold, small little items like this. Don't throw these away. Very crafty, so keep them. Use them for your money stashing if you go on one of the water rides or to the water parks for Disney, or any other parks in general for that. That's also a good tip. You could even put some, you know, something to clip it on you. Make sure it stays with you at all times, but stays waterproof, and you don't have to worry about that. And I think I have seen sometimes the little water pouch for the phones at Dollar Tree. Now I would test that out with maybe a piece of paper and dunk it in water, see if there's any leaking, because you don't want to think, oh, this is awesome, it's $1, and then you go and it doesn't stand up to what it's supposed to. So I think that is all. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, you want to see more on Disney, all things related to Disney, because I have a few other things I do want to post and make videos for you guys. Just let me know. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, click the bell. I'll have so many other categories of stuff I'm doing. And I hope you come back to see me. Y'all have an awesome day.